Support WrestleTalk!
Give us a subscribe. Sheamus and Cesaro lose the tag team championships and then get them back again. Brock Lesnar returns for the first time since his shocking Survivor Series defeat from Goldberg. And was there anything else? I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh yeah, and Kurt Angle was announced for the 2017 Hall of Fame. I'm Oli Davis and this is the 16th of January edition of WWE Monday Night Raw in about 4 minutes. Roman Reigns didn't really seem to mind about losing his US title to Chris Jericho in this opening promo, which pretty much sums up his entire run with the belt. Paul Heyman came out to interrupt Reigns by hyping Brock Lesnar's Royal Rumble performance. Eat, sleep, eliminate, repeat. Or in this opening segment's case, eat, sleep, a wrestler's entrance music interrupts the guy talking in the ring, repeat. Following Heyman, we had Kevin Owens, Chris Jericho, Seth Rollins, Braun Strowman, Brock Lesnar, and Sami Zayn all interrupt each other and come down to the ring. To be honest, I kind of phased out during all the entrances. Val Venus could have come down to the ring for all I know. But the end result was a pretty cool way of teasing the Royal Rumble match. A bunch of guys all out for themselves. Raw's product has been terrible for months now, but I've got to hand it to them. Because they've set up so many different potential guys, I genuinely have no idea who's winning the Rumble. The only problem is, I'm not 100% sure they do either. Enzo's leg is now healed as both him and Big Cass beat the Bulgarian George Clooney and the Indian Sam Worthington. From my very limited understanding of Catholic beliefs, I'm pretty sure this feud is actually purgatory. Austin Aries is excellent on commentary, but he was topped in this match by the gentleman Jack Gallagher, who said the word wrestler. He called Lince Dorado a great wrestler, so he's probably getting jobbed out in his next match. Facebook footage was played from earlier in the day where Nia Jax attacked Sasha Banks during the boss's knee injury assessment. They should have had all the emojis and thumbs up on the bottom of the screen like an actual Facebook Live video. After trading singles wins over the last 2 weeks, Galanderson and Shamaro managed to trade tag team championships in just one match. Galanderson were briefly declared the new champions after a second referee counted their victory, but the original ref, who was accidentally knocked out by Sheamus, overturned this to a no DQ, meaning no championships changed hands. It was a fun match, but that sort of finish is meant to cheat the baby faces out of a title victory, not give the heels sympathy heat. Aries started off this segment by saying he's the best thing about the Cruiserweight matches on Raw. Usually he'd be correct, but then out came Nev Heel to beat up Swan, so the match never got started. Titus O'Neil and The New Day had an in-ring promo segment and resulting match again for the third week in a row. The New Day are most definitely entertaining, but they've been part of more horrendous segments on Raw than anyone else since the brand split. Their act doesn't seem to allow their opponents to look strong during their promos together. Although Charlotte went on a bit, I thought this was an effective promo building the jock-like bullying of Bayley's storyline, especially when Charlotte made fun of Bayley's sweet essay on how all she wanted was to be a pro wrestler. Yep, that's twice the forbidden word has been used in one night. Unfortunately, after a serious start, Bayley then did a few minutes of really bad comedy poems. I can't entirely explain why, but I'm enjoying the Noam Dar, Cedric Alexander, Alicia love triangle. Alexander beat Brian Kendrick despite being distracting at ringside. The six-man tag main event was fun with some good spots from Zayn and Rollins, and Kevin Owens looked great at the end after powerbombing Roman through the announcer's table and delivering a wicked chair shot to Seth. It really made me want to see a Reigns versus Owens match. But the real main event happened shortly before. Kurt Angle was announced as the first inductee into this year's Hall of Fame, which is undoubtedly awesome. As anyone watching WrestleTalk for any length of time will know, Kurt is my favorite ever wrestler. I'm very happy, but not happy enough to be completely uncritical. This huge announcement wasn't teased on the previous week's show. It wasn't set up at the start of the night. All it got promotional-wise was a tease before an ad break. The Royal Rumble match is in 2 weeks' time. WWE squandered a huge surprise entrant for an almost throwaway announcement. I've got my own theories as to why that might be. Watch the WrestleTalk news to find that out. But yeah, it's a strange thought to think Kurt Angle might wrestle in WWE again before Emelina. So that was this week's Raw in about 4 minutes. Here's the usual ratings recap from top to bottom in all, core, average, poor, and bore. This week's Raw is poor. But WWE are bringing back Kurt Angle, and Mick Foley and Stephanie McMahon were nowhere to be seen on the show the first time since the brand split, according to Reddit. Yes, that was great, and I enjoyed the Rumble teasers and the Galantis and Shimaro tag match too. But watching SmackDown and New Japan and the UK Championship tournament over the last fortnight have reminded me why I love wrestling. They've reminded me what standards should be. And the 3-hour Raw show with a lot of filler, a squandered Kurt Angle announcement, and the same matches being done over and over again. Cesaro, Sheamus, Gallows, Anderson, New Day, Titus O'Neil, Enzo, Cass. It's lazy. And although it was much, much better than the other 2 shows of 2017 so far, don't let that trick you into thinking it was anything other than below average. Because to give this show an average would mean that's the acceptable quality of Raw every week. And it isn't. But what did you all think? Let me know in the comments down below, and make sure to vote in the poll above my head to give it your own rating. I'll announce the results on tomorrow's WrestleTalk news. If you want to hear more about my Kurt Angle conspiracy theory or the other reported names for the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2017, click the videos to the left and subscribe. I've been Oli Davis, and that was wrestling.